Hello everybody! If you work like me most of the time during nights or in close environment, you know that to have a proper light is very important. Without it, it's almost impossible to work. And most of the time you need to have a free hands, so you can't carry the torch. And in that case, you'll need headlight. And today I would like to give you my honest review on this headlight. This is Fenix HM75R. So let's take a look at it. As a first, I'll show you what we can find in the box, and then we'll take a look on each component in detail. First item is power extender and headlight. Inside of both these things you can find battery, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. Then we can find 1 meter extension cable, then charging cable, 2 spare O-rings, and documentation. Here we have our light. It is permanently built in a bracket, but of course you can adjust the angle and it holds very nicely. The light itself is made out of magnesium alloy, and inside we can find 3 different lights. First one is a spotlight, and inside we have luminous SST40 cold white LED with a maximum output of 1600 lumens, and maximum beam distance is 223 meters, which is more than enough for the headlight. Second one is floodlight. These 2 LEDs on the top, and they are luminous SST20 neutral white LED with a maximum output of 1000 lumens, and the beam distance is 60 meters. And the last one is red, which is down here, and this is Osram GRQ SSPA 1.23 red LED, maximum output 120 lumens. This all is powered by 1 battery, which is nicely sealed inside of the body, and it is 18650 with a capacity 3400 milliamp hours. And if you set this light to turbo, it can give you runtime around 1 hour and 30 minutes. This light is controlled by a rotary switch here on the side, and we have 4 positions with which you switch between the lights, and intensity of each you can change by button on the side. For spotlight and floodlight we have here low, medium, high and turbo, and for red light we have flash, low, medium and high. It is really easy to control this light, even with the gloves. Each position have a nice slot which you can really feel. From there, let's move to the top. Here you can see 4 LEDs which represent the capacity of battery inside, and to check it you just need to press the button on the side. Even when light is off you can see the capacity. Mine is full. From up here we'll move to the front. Here you can see proximity sensors, which when you have your light on and you will get too close to some object, the light will dim itself. The very good thing is that you can switch off this function by holding the button on the side, and after 6 seconds light will flash, and now you know that the function is disabled. And when you want to switch it on, you just hold it again for 6 seconds and the light will flash twice. And now you know that function is enabled. Why I'm switching it off? Most of the time I'm working in a very closed environment and I need to have a good light, and proximity sensors strike quite often, so I'm switching off this function. That's about proximity sensor. Let's move to the next function. We move to the charging, which is here. For charging you need USB-C cable, which I really appreciate because you can find USB-C cable almost all around, so charging will not gonna be problem. And light itself have a IP rate of 68, which is great. You can basically swim with this light. This is all about light, so let's move further. Another part of the package is this. This is a power extender, which is basically power bank for your light. But of course, you can use it as well to charge all devices like your phone, tablet. All what you need is USB-C, which you plugged inside, and then you're ready to go. Inside, you have quite a huge battery. It is 21700 with capacity 5000 milliamp hours. Let's put it all together and I'll show you how it works. Batteries inside. Now I'll take our light, and here on the back side of the headband you have dedicated slot for this power extender. All you need to do is just slide it in and it locks. Then you're gonna need a charging cable, which you get also inside of the package. Is fairly long. Then you open one USB slot. As you can see, it have a seal, so when you plug it in, then you need to use a fair bit of power, turn it, and then it's lock on position. You can't really remove it. Then you need to do the same thing on the light side. Again, you need to find a proper position, push it in, turn and lock. And when you insert the battery inside of the light, all what's remaining is just press this button, and then you can see that your light is charging. And what is this good for? Whenever you have power extender attached to the headlight, it will give you extra runtime, which means that in the spotlight, in the turbo mode, you move from 1 hour and 30 minutes up to 9 hours. But it's fair to say that the output power moved from 1600 only to 1200, and in the floodlight mode, you'll move from 1000 lumens to 700 lumens. But what if I don't want to carry all this weight on my head and my headlight is already empty? They have solution also to that. All what you need to do is remove this cable. It takes some time. Then you need to remove extender, and they have 1 meter charging cable. All what you need to do is again plug this cable to your light, lock it, then plug the other cable to your extender, and then you will just hook extender on the belt, and of course you need to store the cable so it will gonna be routed over and to the back, and like this you can still charge your headlight and you don't carry all the weight on your head. Now I would like to tell you a little bit about headband. Fenix referred to this light as industrial light, which means that they expect you to wear it over the helmet. And as you can see, it nicely fit on my bicycle helmet, but it's still helmet. It have 3 strips, which means that it nicely distributes the weight if you wear it on your head. And the material is perforated, which means that if you wear it on your head, it's breathable, which helps cooling. Then you have here these 2 clips, which helps you to store the cable when you have it only on your head, because as you can see, it's quite long, but I'll show you it a little bit later. What I as well like on the headband is that you have this reflectable text, and as well it have a silicone strip which helps with a grip. Now let's talk about the weight, because not many people want to carry the whole set on their head, which is of course possible. So we can start with the headlight, which is around 120 grams, and you just need to add your 1 meter cable, because the extension pack will be on your belt, so you don't need to count that. This setup weighs around 150 grams. But then the next option is just your headlight and a smaller battery. This is 170 grams, which is again not that bad. Then of course extension if you're running out of the battery, and extension battery pack, which is 323 grams, which is still not that bad, but not many people want to carry this amount of weight on their head. So most of the time you can run like this, or this is your option, and carry these two things on your belt. This was theory, but let's take a look how this light works in the real world.
Before I will start with walk around, I'll place here the table with all the specs of all the lights. So if you want, you can pause it, check them. If you did that, let's continue. On this airplane, my colleague already performed the walk around, so I'll just show you few spots, and we can see how this light is performed. This is low on the full light. As you can see, there is not that much to see. So let's switch it on to spotlight. Let's start from low. This is low, medium, high, and turbo. But for lower fuselage, I prefer to use full light. This is medium, and you already see that the light is bright enough. But let's put it to high, and as you can see, everything is nicely visible, even when we get to belly fairing. Yeah, you can put it on turbo, and now everything is perfectly visible. So then, bottom of the wing, again with fold light, perfect. Side of the engine. If, for example, you're gonna see something there in the distance, you want to be sure, just switch it to spotlight. Everything is nicely visible. Again to full light. Exhaust. Fan blades, that's important to see any kind of damage, scratches. And as you can see, let's test again all the modes. Turbo. Okay, nothing with a low, of course. Medium, already. Visibility is good. But high, and yep, you can see that it have enough power. Of course, servicing, yeah, service doors. You don't need the high. Medium is perfect for that.
Especially during servicing, is very important for me to have a free hands, and the floor light is exactly perfect for that job because you see the whole area. Okay, let's continue with walk around.
Then wing, just to be sure, you just switch it on to spotlight. Yeah, and again, perfect. Landing gears, wheels, brakes, again, important place. I prefer again whole light. Brakes, weapons, conditions are good, wheels perfect. Yep, everything's good. And if you're not sure with something inside, yeah, again, just switch it to spotlight. Perfect. Big question mark for me was tail. If I'll be able to see on the top of the tail. So let's take a look. Spotlight and turbo, and yeah, logo light is on, but I can clearly see the leading edge, trailing edge. You see the static dischargers on the top, but yeah, this is a bit lower. Let's go to 7.6 and I will show you the tail there. Let's go. So guys, this is our 767-300 and height of the plane is 15.8 meters. How looks the light? Yep, the light have only 2 bars from 4, which means that it's like 50%. But let's take a look. Let's switch it on to sport mode. And yeah, this is turbo. Okay. Turbo mode. As you can see, all the way to the top. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Good. So, this is really important to see all the way to the top. So I can fully recommend it for walk around. Not only because of the power of the light, but also because of the long life. I have been using this light during last 4 night shifts, and each night I was able to survive without the charging the light. And if I use power extender, I didn't have to charge the light for more than 2 days. Another important thing is that you have 3 lights in one. This means that during last 4 nights I didn't have to use flashlight. Also very important is that I was able to switch the light modes very intuitively, and that's a huge bonus. I also borrowed the light to my colleague and he confirmed the light suits him, and he would also get used to higher weight. This is more or less all what I want to tell you about my experience during nights, and all what's remaining is charging. And now I'm curious how fast I'll be able to charge this extender. I have here my 100 watts charger and cable on which you can see how much power does it take. And let's see. And to be honest, I was pretty amazed that power extender was able to use 20 watts for more than 40 minutes. But from that point, charging power slowly dropped and charging stopped at around 1 hour and 40 minutes. And from my point of view, this is very good result. And now we'll do the same test with headlight. So I have here my 100 watt charger cable on which you can see how much watts the light is taking, and just plug it in and switch timer. Headlight is completely different story, because even in the manual you can find that charging can take up to 4 hours, which of course depends on your charger. For almost 2 hours the light was charged with a power of 5 watts, and again from that point charging power slowly dropped and charging stopped at around 3 hours, which is 1 hour better value than you can find in the manual. Last few words about this light. It cost 170 euro, which can be a lot for somebody, but if you look on it from the other side, it's made out of premium materials. You get 3 lights in one,
And with this power extender, you have a huge runtime. Next important thing is warranty. You have a 5 years warranty, so whenever something happened to your light, just send it to Fenix, they're gonna repair it and it's free of charge. So this is a huge benefit. So if you have this money, definitely buy it, it's really worth it. But I would like to know what you think about this light, so please write me your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for your time, my name is Tomasz, and I'll see you next one. Bye.